Next question? Yes, please. The gentleman, second table. There he is.
Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, sir. I have a question about innovation. In fact, last week, many of us from HP, we were in the US and came across a very good report that makes Singapore stands out as number one most innovative country in the world. So my question is, many companies like HP and the multinationals are already leveraging innovation as a platform to differentiate ourselves. So my question is, how do we do that in the background of the large market like China, who has so huge population, huge talent, competitive advantage in terms of cost point? How does HP, for example, take advantage and use innovation to differentiate ourselves and stay ahead of the game?
That's a very difficult question to answer. There are 1.3 billion people, and for every talented person we have, they have 3,000 or 4,000 of them. How do we stay ahead? First, we are more exposed to the world. They are more insular. Yes, a few go abroad. They're now exposed to the world, but the majority stay within the country, speak only Chinese, and do not really have an international outlook. We are all exposed to the world. And all the Singaporeans here, I assume, working for HP, have been traveling throughout the world. I mean, well, Singaporeans raise their hands. Will Singaporeans who have not been traveling raise their hands? That speaks volumes. But you go to China and says, all Chinese raise their hand. All Chinese who have traveled raise their hands, and very few will put up their hands. And all Chinese who speak also English raise their hands. Again, very few. So yes, they'll have the talent. Yes, they can invent new gadgets. But the connect to the world, we are better connected. And we can leverage on their numbers and researchers to do our R&D there.
Thank you. Any follow-up question? No? Yes. Sorry. Here.
My name is Rajesh Narasimhan and I'm with HP. I don't have a question, but I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've been here for 14 years. My son graduated from United World College, and he walked up to me 1.5 years ago and said, I want to do my national service. I want to make Singapore my home. And we have taken up citizenship on Tuesday. We get sworn in as citizens of Singapore. I want to thank you for making Singapore what it is, for attracting the talent, and for giving us a fantastic quality of life. Thank you very much.
Well, tell your son we are proud to have a student who has been here for 14 years in the United World College and decided to do a national service. That means he must feel it's worth doing it. Thank you.
Other questions? Yes, please. Over there. Gentleman at that table.
Vinny Kaushal from Accenture. Like Rajiv, I'm not here for 14 years. I'm here only for 1 week. And from the time we landed here, the way the country works, the safety we see here, your government organizations, the way they are operating, I can say in many aspects you are better than US. That is where we are right now. And I think the credit for that to a greater extent goes to you. Now, the question for you will be, Singapore is already at a very high end of where we are in the world today. Where do you see Singapore 5 years, 10 years from now?
Well, it depends on how the world is 5, 10 years from now. But whatever it is, if we stay ahead of our neighbors, we will play a key role. But in the center of an archipelago, we are connected not just to the archipelago, but also the whole wider world. And we are the exchange. So, whatever the changes in technology, the catchment gets wider with each change. And as long as we keep up our people familiar with the latest technology and its use, we should be leading the pack. But to do that, you need a stable society. You need safety in that stable society, health, personal, and a conducive living environment. In other words, easy to go to school, easy to come back, easy to go to a hospital, come back, and the facilities are all available. A person needs to have a life free from unnecessary hassle. That's what we set out to create, and that's how we must keep on improving on. Well, it doesn't matter how the world changes, we've got to stay ahead of the pack.